Satnam. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be. I got the window glaring with overcast and I'm still squinting. I promise you I'm awake. I've been awake since 6. Oh. Okay. So it would be nice to have a cushion. Okay, so welcome to day 68. Yeah, 68. 14, 5, 5. A little rocky. Number 5 is little hurdles to overcome. Thank you for my hearts. I love you. You know who you are. I'm feeling a little emotional. Not sure why. Maybe I know why. I haven't really processed it yet myself. So let us tune in and we'll begin our practice. Sitting up nice and tall with a lengthened spine. Let's inhale deeply together and exhale. Inhale again. Lifting the gaze up to the brow point, the seat of your intuition. And exhale. Inhale deeply again, suspending the breath, engaging slight root walk. And exhale. Let's inhale deeply to tune in with Adi Mantra. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. Om Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Deeply inhale, suspend the breath, engage the root lock. Hold the gaze to your third eye. Consolidating, centering, coming into your true self. And exhale, release. In the beginning of this challenge, I don't know what day that was. I had a realization that I kind of keep my stuff together, but and then I promised myself that I'll be as real as possible no matter what happens. And Hey, be careful what you wish for, right? So, and here it is. It is Friday, September 18th. And this date in itself is so significant. Oh my gosh, I wish I wasn't so hung up on numerology, but I am, because sometimes it gives me hope. So, today is the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah. So for all of you who are celebrating, Happy New Year, Shana Tova. May you be healthy and blessed in infinite ways. And the 18th, the day 18th, 9, the month 9 is completion. And the day 18th, 1 and 8 is also 9 as another completion. And when I think of that, it's a little scary because, as you know, my mom was going for surgery today. It was really hard to make a decision of how she should proceed. And I certainly don't wish any woman to go through that. But I know it's not the reality. I know the reality is whatever the statistics are for breast cancer for women right now. I spent the last 10 years of my life learning myself, how to love myself, and how to empower and teach women to love themselves. And this is really where it's coming to a huge test for me. So the day being 9/9, a completion of so many things, it feels like it's a completion of a chapter in my life, and chapter in my mom's life. You know, I know that these diseases or these milestones become huge markers in our life. And a lot of times I hear people who have had cancer or still undergoing treatments, it's like their life is before cancer and an after. And I feel like that is what's happening to myself and my mom. And we both, and I'm seeing my mom and myself very similar in the way we process. We're kind of slow in a good way, I think, to sit with our feelings, to integrate, where we tend to kind of hold our stuff together just to get through it, and then down the road we kind of like crash. You crash in a way that it hits us, the reality sets in. So this is kind of where I'm at right now, sending my mom off to surgery, me being in a self-quarantine, coming from Florida to New York, one hot state to another with COVID-19. Cannot be in the hospital without being tested, but then the restriction is to be quarantined, so I'm home with my parents, my dad. I know my mom is gonna be taken care of very well. I chanted and I prayed, and feels like I'm doing everything that I know how and what, and I know my thoughts are strong, and I know I have power to manifest. And so I'm asking you as well to help manifest my mom, to bring her back to healing, to perfect health, and with minimal losses, and no complications. I just don't want any complications. So, and that's what I'll be focusing on in my practice for our fists of anger. We're going to bring the thumb on the Mercury mount for expression and release of anger, or whatever the energy of rage, the energy of fire. It's resentment, jealousy, discontent of some sort. Whatever was not resolved to your liking or your situation, be it recent, present, past, this lifetime, past lifetimes, whatever it is, known and unknown, seen and unseen, bring it all in and just declare that you want to purify your body, you want to release anything. Your body is intelligent and it hears every thought you have. And so if you give it a command, if you put in a request, it will comply. Use your breath to purify your body. That is the beauty of yoga. Your gaze just basically centers and focuses your thoughts, because otherwise you'll be planning your shopping list or something, which I know the mind is going to wander. It is its tendency. It's an air sign or ether sign, so it's space. It's going around, and so keeping the gaze here keeps us focused. The breath is powerful through the O-shaped mouth, breath of fire. You want to use your navel. I am completed with my moon cycle, so I'll be joining you today with a powerful breath. Mentally chanting mantra Har, it also helps the mind stay focused on one current. And Har again is God, creator, creation, seed, release. But I like to think of it as a seed, potential, so that I could plant whatever I feel is needed at this time. I'm also feeling that today I'll be more leaning towards the definition of heart in terms of creator, source, because I want the creator to hear me, and I know he does. So make this practice as potent for yourself as you need to. And if you're feeling mellow and low-key, then that's fine. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. So we're gonna be here for 3 minutes. Set the mudra. I like to hold a gentle root lock so I feel grounded and connected and in my body, so I could feel the emotions, whatever comes up, I want to feel it in my body, and so that I could release it. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for that. So let's bring our hands into the mudra for expression. Thumb is on the Mercury Mount, pinky, and then it's a backward stroke. We're gonna establish the breath first, and if I break out in tears and sobbing, I'm not going to apologize in advance. Just giving you a heads up, that might happen, don't know. But let's establish the breath first. O-shaped mouth. At the arms. Inhale through the O-shaped mouth. Interlace the fingers, stretch the arms up, pull the root log, stretch the spine. Cannon breath out. 2 more times, tighten it all up. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side. And take care of your body if you're thirsty, but maintain this meditative state. Let's take a deep inhale together. A sigh or an exhale. A sense of relief. Inhale again. Ready, you may gently open your eyes and take a little bit of water if you need to. Stay in this space. Stay in this space. We're moving on to our meditation for resolving inner conflicts, whatever that might be for you. They range all over the place for me, and in the past 67 days, it's been a little bit of everything. But it always comes back to self-love, self-care, and being in that seat of power, the power that we have to manifest the life we want. I'm constantly reminded of how powerful our thoughts are, and it is very easy to, especially in these challenging times, it's very easy to spiral down and to get into the place of doubt and fear and worry. And in this current situation that I'm in, it's very easy to worry about every little thing that could go wrong. But I am kind of very grateful, I'm definitely very grateful that this practice, this Kundalini Yoga, and that whole spiritual awakening has been with me for the last almost 6-7 years. And I have consciously made an effort to monitor my thoughts and not allow them to go to lower vibration thinking. And it takes effort. And I know that I could dismiss it, it's like blow it away. The thought comes in and I'm not chasing it to blowing it up. I am just, nope, not gonna happen. Delete. And it took a lot of practice. It did take a lot of practice, even though my tendencies already being overly positive and optimistic. If you know Kundalini Yoga, you know that you have 3 minds: positive mind, negative mind, and neutral mind. None of those minds are bad. None of them you should have to get rid of. They all work together, and it's just understanding your mind. So some people have a Positive mind, which is expansive mind, opportunistic mind. It's seeking the experience, it's seeking the situations to expand you and to experience life fully. Whereas the negative mind, also known as the protective mind, is looking out for you. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's considered more of a reptilian, more primitive mind, but its function, its primary function is to make sure that you're safe. And it becomes challenging when we're constantly operating from that place of safety, where we hold ourselves back and we become self-saboteurs. And the neutral mind, of course, is that meditative mind, is when it's the mind that, I don't want to say sits higher, but it's the mind that has a bird's eye view. It takes into account the feedback from the positive mind, takes the feedback from the negative mind, and it makes a decision. I also think it's the intuition and the soul language. And so I am doing my best to try to stay in a meditative mind and more positive. But remember that life is like a pendulum where we swing. This is a planet of polarity or duality. So if I catch myself being like overly positive, I know at some point in some circumstances the mind will swing back to negative. So it's, I don't want to say ideal, but it's probably safer to stay in a neutral mind as much as possible. But that also means like, okay, you're numb, you're not experiencing joy, you're not experiencing, sad, because you're just here, single line, no flickering. And that's kind of hard. So I just try to be aware. I let my body and my mind do what it does, but I'm very aware. And I think this is why this yoga is called yoga of awareness, because it teaches you that. It gives you the tools. So for meditation, hands are coming onto the chest, all fingers are together, thumbs are pulling up. Our elbows will be slightly flared out, but if you could relax the shoulders and elbows back, that's fine. Maintain a good yogic posture, sit with lengthened spine, chin tucked in, chest out, gazing to the brow point. If you choose to have your eyes fully closed. This meditation instructions are the eyelids are 9th, 10th closed. So you could look down, letting a little bit of light come through. I like to do it with the eyes closed, focusing at the brow point. It's just easier for me to eliminate all and really go inside, but you decide what works best for you. The breathing pattern is inhaling slowly and deeply for 5 seconds, and then exhaling fully and completely for 5 seconds, and then being completely still, holding the breath out. So we're not taking any more inhales, we're just there for 15 seconds. And wherever you are on a spectrum, adjust accordingly, so that way you're not gasping for air for the next inhale. I'm counting less, and I am more following the breath, and I'm staying in that stillness until I feel that little burning sensation creeping in up here. So I don't know if it's for everybody like that, or if everybody is different, and so you have to find your own cue as to when that 15-second threshold is approaching. So okay, I think I've covered everything. So let's come on to into the posture, and let's take initial deep inhale and full exhale, and then begin to gently inhale for 5 counts, exhaling for 5 counts, fully pulling the belly button in, and then coming into the stillness, holding the breath out. Relax the abdominal, relax the diaphragm, and there should be no movement beyond the diaphragm. And then repeating the cycle, inhaling deeply for 5, and exhaling for 5, and returning again to the place of stillness, to the place of peace, tranquility, that is forever yours, anytime, any place. Inhaling love, exhaling sorrow or pain, returning to peace. Go ahead and finish your cycle. And then take a deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale deeply, press the root log, stretch the arms overhead. One more time, deep inhale. Engage the root log, shake the arms, shake the shoulders, shake the spine. Exhale. Stay here for a moment. And go within. Let's take an inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply. A sigh of release. One more time. And when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. Okay. I do believe that our greatest healing comes when we resolve our conflicts, our inner conflicts, so that way there's no energy leaking out in the dialogue in your mind between the heart, the soul, and the mind. And it's good. I'm really grateful for this practice because it's brought up a lot for me, and I feel that it has prepared me adequately for this moment in time, as we, 9/9/2020 complete the cycle of whatever it is. This date is quite significant, so take it as you will. Let's seal our practice with one long Sat Nam. Sealing the practice with the breath first, inhaling deeply and exhale. And again, inhale for Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for joining me with this challenge and continuing with this beyond the 40 days. We're approaching 90 days. It still seems far away, but I feel, and like I predicted, that after 60 days, like the 56, 55, up until higher numbers, it gets really gritty. It gets really gritty. And for some, maybe not for everyone. But I think we've generated so much momentum in the first 40 days that we're now at a different level with this practice. So I hope you're reaping the benefits. I hope you're gaining insights, understand that this is a process, that no changes happens overnight. Sustainable change does not happen overnight. And I definitely wish for you to enjoy yourself, your love, your life, and take care of yourself the best that you can from the inside out. That is so important. I've always believed that health was the wealth, is the true wealth, because with health you could be and do anything. Sat Nam. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully same time, same place, but tomorrow is a little bit unpredictable, so I will try. If not, I will post a change. Sat Nam.